So real quick before we get started, any predictions going into this?
My main one is actually about the launch date. I think that people who are running, like, I understand the desire to want, like, and it's right now, but you got to be realistic in the idea that, in the fact that this is probably, other than like Splatoon or Mario, like, this is one of the biggest franchises in Japan specifically.
Right.
And
which is why this direct is happening when it is.
Yeah, exactly. So I think we need to just check ourselves and realize, like, yeah, this is not going to be right away, because they want to have that whole, like, the thing in Japan where it's like, and everybody is, they're like telling people to go and sign up and pre-register for it and all that kind of stuff. That's the sort of thing that we're looking at right now, I think. So
yeah, I completely agree. It's not. I will be shocked if it's tonight. I'll be shocked if it's this week. I really, there's so much hype rolling into Odyssey right now. They're not going to do anything. And what I said on Twitter earlier today, there's no way that they drop and distract from it. I'm not worried about them distracting from Odyssey.
yeah,
Or from Animal Crossing. I'm worried about them distracting from Odyssey, and I think Nintendo's worried about them distracting from Odyssey right now with the amount of advertising and just everything they're throwing at this game. I mean, it's worth it. I feel.
Yeah.
But I don't think that they're going to want to distract from the biggest launch that they're going to have for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
With a mobile game.
Yeah,
that could flop. That could totally not do well.
Yeah. I think the possible. I just realized I should probably have the actual stream open while I'm doing it. If this starts, I will have no idea.
It's not started yet. It is 10 o'clock, however, so it should be any time now. And like roughly 15 minutes. I love how they say that.
Yeah.
I also like how they've just started putting on the front, like, the title page, the placeholder. We won't be talking about this, and this.
Which I seriously appreciate that. Like,
I do too, but like I think they know. Like, now. It's like, oh, they're gonna expect Switch talk. Well, you're not getting it. I'm gonna be completely transparent, honest here. I had forgot that there was an Animal Crossing mobile game.
Oh, here we go. It started here.
Oh,
Animal Crossing mobile camp.
Something for the campsite.
Oh, well.
I just missed the first part here.
I did too.
Crafting furniture.
Maybe if we
it totally is the mobile home thing, dude.
Some tips.
Oh no, that's cool.
It's like a camping thing.
Homes.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Wonder what she's up to.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, it's like a full map and everything.
It's crazy.
Oh, of course, she's collecting fruit.
This is smart because they needed it. They needed it to be exactly like Animal Crossing,
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Oh, so you're the camp manager. Oh, but did you see that? You get apples again in 3 hours. Oh. Unless you pay.
Those apples are like a daily thing. You got to come and pick your fruit, just like Animal Crossing.
Every 3 hours you can get an apple.
Which, I mean, the actual Animal Crossing was like that too, though.
Oh, look, it's a barter system. You give her the apples, she gives you the cotton.
I think we're at a different spot. I'm looking at, like, placing a craft order is where I'm at right now.
Oh, well, I must be behind. Yeah,
I'm on Nintendo mobile page.
We can make a couch.
See if I can get my stream back to where it needs to be.
All it took was some cotton and
so you're crafting furniture instead of finding it some other way.
See, my stream keeps stopping.
Oh, really?
I see a ranch couch now. Is that where you're at?
Yeah, that's about where they just made one. Yeah.
He or she will come to
visit.
By the way, I'm eating this ketchup popcorn.
And now you can hang out.
Ketchup seasoning popcorn.
So I'm just going to say, whoever called earlier today that this is going to be a cross between Happy Home Designer and the mobile homes, nailed it.
Share a friendship level with each animal. You can
that's exactly what it is.
To raise it.
Friendship level
Oh,
with
there's
each animal.
Isabel.
Your friendship and decorate with an animal's favorite furniture. He or she will come to visit your campsite.
So they're decorating campsites?
I guess.
So you're decorating like
Hey,
outdoor.
campsite's looking pretty lively now. What
You're
should we grab
decorating their
next?
campsites. And you get nothing.
Basket.
Hmm.
How quaint. A guitar.
Or maybe it is your
Awesome.
campsite. You're decorating your own campsite.
The striped table. Or the swinging bench. Maybe a cactus. Better go with the bench. All
Why would
need
you put a
is
guitar at your
some
outdoor
6 pieces of
campsite?
wood.
Have you never sat around a
Not enough,
campsite
but we'll figure it
playing
out.
the guitar?
With an electric guitar?
Oh, was it an electric one? I missed
Oh,
that.
It was an electric
with
guitar.
leaf tickets, you can supplement any materials you're running low on.
Oh, of course you can.
You can
Oh,
get
of
leaf
course you
tickets
will,
to
Tom
regular
Nook.
gameplay. Or purchase them with real money.
Or purchase them with real money.
Leaf tickets are very useful,
Or
but it's
Y-
also fun
yup.
to hunt down the material yourself. Sunburst Island is a great place to find bugs. Don't let that butterfly flutter by.
My stream is dead.
Oh, another.
Figures. I'll just stop it.
Oh, that's right. We're here for materials.
that was a terrible pun.
Oh, hey, Filbert. Huh? He wants a tiger butterfly? Well, he's in luck. Someone's little detours are about to pay off.
This seems like a legit Animal Crossing experience.
It actually does. But did you see the little thing flashing up at the top that said 72-hour limited time offer?
Yeah.
That reminds you that it's not a real Animal
Place to
Crossing.
explore. There's an island, a beach, a forest, a river.
Well, basically
wonder
what they're
if this
doing,
is-
Find them in your camper.
what they're doing is they're taking the actual Animal Crossing experience
It's so
and turning it into
nice.
like adding all that mobile stuff in.
Oh,
But it's not.
may as well pocket some of this coral.
All of the other stuff seems to be
Now its
intact.
existence has meaning.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so far, I
But
don't see any
Trade for
reason
some wood.
why you
What you
couldn't
got
play
there,
this
Rosie?
the way a normal Animal
Ah,
Crossing game would be
look
played.
what we have
That's
here.
true.
An olive flounder.
It actually looks and it looks really good too.
Mm-hmm.
They nailed
That one makes a
the
hungry cat.
aesthetic
It's
completely.
fishing time. The water is just clear enough to see the fish's shadow.
Yeah, this looks like a
An olive
well, and
flounder?
like
You
if you're
must
using like a
believe.
smartphone, it's got a sweet screen on it. Like
Nope. Horse mackerel.
here's the thing: is
It's gonna
you're-
look better than the 3DS version.
Yeah. Do you remember when Mitomo came out and it just killed everybody's battery because it was rendering things at really high quality?
What luck? A throw net. You're
That's what
thrown net
we're
now.
gonna be seeing that with this. I guarantee you.
This
'cause
piece
it's
of wood
3D
is
rendering
just
everything.
unprofessional.
You know what this is really gonna
Let
look
me
good on?
guess, a net full of
The
horse
iPhone
mackerel.
X, 10,
Mhm.
whatever you want to call it.
Hey, there's a
Mhm.
whole school in here.
What the?
We got 3 olive flounders. And
That is
no
a
horse
giant
mackerel in
net.
sight.
That seems lame that you could throw a huge net and catch 10
All right,
fish. I'm just
still
gonna put
gotta
that
make
out
the
there.
trade.
Well, but I bet you had to pay like $9.99
Yeah.
to be able to throw that big tent.
Girls getting
To
up
be able to
to.
throw the big net.
Yeah, that's probably true.
That makes 6 pieces of wood. We've got a swinging bench to craft.
Oh man, this is gonna be a problem.
Really outdid himself
Yeah.
this time. Looks great in the grass.
Yeah, it is. I can already tell.
That's a happy camper right there.
Here's my concern: is this looks similar enough to a real Animal Crossing game?
Time passes
Is
just
this
like
the
a
new
day.
Animal Crossing game?
Morning
Like the actual new Animal Crossing
Zach,
game?
stop it. Stop it.
I'm
Stop
serious.
saying that.
and night.
No, don't say that because then it'll be
Who knows
it'll
when
be
animals
real.
will show up.
oh, you have to play in real time, just like Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
Except on this one you
Furniture
can't
isn't the
cheat and
only
change
way
the
to
whole
enjoy
clock
Animal
on your
Crossing
phone.
Camp.
yeah.
There's so much more to show you.
I'm serious though, man.
We've arrived at Marketplace. It's the go-to spot for shopaholics.
It's too similar to a real Animal Crossing game.
Familiar.
This might be it.
Schools run by
I don't know
Tony
if
and
Switch
Todd.
Animal Crossing's coming
They
anytime
offer
soon.
furniture items, some of which are a bit too fancy for Cyrus to craft. And
Which
here
is a
we have
bold move
Princess
if that's what
Sisters
they're
to
actually
go.
doing.
Nookling Global.
You must really be into polka dots. Maybe you're just window shopping.
The
Oh, I see.
Nookling
You got
conglomerate.
your eye on that
Mhm.
yellow number. Fashionable camping is really in these days. Just ask Kix. He doesn't drive out here for nothing. The selection at each shop.
What is this, like a
rotates,
farmer's
so don't
market?
be a stranger.
Your camper, of course. See? How long ago did we call this,
camper
man?
isn't just for traveling. It's like a tiny home.
I
you
believe that
decorate with
on
furniture.
one of my first full episodes of being a Nintendo dad, I think I said it will be a mobile RV game.
And I'm not just talking
It's such
about the interior.
a great sort
The
of
exterior
idea.
is fully
I do
customized.
love that they're kind of building this Animal Crossing universe around
Premier camper
these
customization
very
companies,
recognizable
OK
characters
Motors,
like Kix and Isabelle
Mhm.
and things
Bonnie,
like that. It feels
Pepe,
like they're
and Carlo.
finally starting to flesh all of that out more.
Please tell me that you can
Their
import
exquisite
your
paint
own
jobs
image.
always impress.
Oh my gosh, they're Italian
They're second
pigeons.
only to the craftsman's amazing work
Genius.
with the second floor
Then you
extensions.
can build your own.
Adding a loft is a bold
Yes.
and comfortable choice.
Wow.
It says, "Look at me. I'm a camping veteran and proud of it."
This voiceover lady is great, by the way. Oh, 30 grand.
Ugh, alone, huh? How typical.
Your grand
Serve
total
someone
comes to
tonight, huh?
your arm and a leg.
Welcome to the neighborhood, everyone. Luckily, selling bugs, beached items, and
Please
tell me
that you can still go to the island in the evening and catch a bunch of scarabs that are worth a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah.
Because that's how I played that game.
Around these
No,
parts,
there's a
some
quarry
animals are
now.
both furless and featherless. It's best
Interesting.
not to stare. These managers have their own campsites, but they may randomly stop by yours for a visit. You can also send your player ID to a real-life friend who also has the game.
Oh, good. Friend codes.
Oh.
At least you can copy your ID. There's a button that says copy ID and it just copies it to the
Exchange bells
clipboard.
for their fish,
Can we do that for all their other games too now? Please?
Seriously.
and visit their campsite. Their decorations will reveal something about their personalities.
You know what?
They
I
love
think
birds.
I'll take it back. I think that this basically just says the next Animal Crossing is going to be like going to go all in on the like they'll lean more into the mayor side of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they did last time.
You can become friends too.
But I think what they're showing is it's going to be more social than it's ever been.
This particular one.
Once you're friends, you can visit
Or the
them
other one too, for that matter, yeah.
anytime you like.
Oh, check out that freaking rock band, that rock set. That's cool.
Managers can be a boy
Huh.
or a girl. You can choose your skin color,
Volcano
hair
TP.
color, and eye color. Whatever suits you.
Oh, and you can actually customize your dude. That's cool. Building an amenity.
The campsite
Oh,
is
yeah.
really coming along.
Oh, so these are like the public
But
works
there's
projects
some
from
new
New Leaf.
amenities.
Amenities.
If we build a pool,
Yeah.
animals will have a place
Oh
to
my
soak in the
gosh,
sun.
dude. This is terrifying. Look at this guy, level 26. He's level 26.
Cyrus will need some extra
Yeah, he
time
probably
for
got that
land
in
tickets
like,
and
a
access
day
to
and
amenities.
or a day or so's neglect of his family job and everything else, including
Whatever
hygiene,
gets the job
Mm-hmm.
done.
that this is going to cause.
No need to rush it though. Let's kick back and let him do
Yeah,
his thing.
no need to rush it. Just remember that. Tips
The
with Tom.
Leaf tickets can persuade him.
Some
Go buy
projects
some of
will
those,
take
please.
Cyrus a while to complete as well.
Oh no.
But if you offer him leaf tickets, he'll get the job done faster.
Yeah, so all of those so like imagine in New
Also,
Leaf,
them for a throw net.
in New Leaf you
money,
had
trap a ton
like
of
your
bugs.
public works projects that take a certain amount of
Some
time.
get
It's
their
like,
shovel strike
oh, don't
forward
worry, you
and
can just
mine
pay real
minerals
money
where
this
a
time.
lot
Like that kind of ruins it a little bit though.
Did you hear that? You can exchange your leaf tickets for the net, for the big net, or honey.
Oh.
Told ya. Pay for this net, guys.
They're your ticket to the ultimate campout.
But if there's anything, if the history of Animal Crossing has said anything, it's that you don't need to pay for it.
It's that time.
Like it's part of the game
The
That's
that you
true.
just check in
Cyrus
every
is
day.
finally ready, and your animals are here to celebrate. Feels great being acknowledged. for
How do
your
you not?
managerial
How do you
work,
kick
doesn't it?
a person out of your
Time to kick back. Fire your hand.
campsite? Can you evict
That's
somebody?
what I want to know.
Growing your
Because
campsite.
that stupid blue cat's got to go.
Yeah.
There will be seasonal
I hate
events,
Rosie. She's
as
always
well
a
as
jerk.
furniture and
Oh,
outfits
no,
available
seasonal
for a
events.
Limited time only through game updates. They'll begin rolling out after launch, offering new ways to have fun at the campsite. With familiar sights,
Oh
new
my
goals,
gosh.
the simple life is coming to
Wow,
sacrifices.
dude.
Wherever your journey may take you, relax.
I
You know who's
guarantee you-
freaking out about this right now? Phoenix Moore is freaking out about
Animal
this
Crossing,
right now.
Pocket Camp.
When is this
He's just sitting there shaking his head, going, "Oh no."
Late
Check out our
November.
official
Oh, no.
site and Twitter account
So
for
1
the latest
month.
information. We'll update both of them when the game is released.
Late November. And you know what late November means? It means November 30th.
Yeah. Thank you for watching, dude. So about a month from now, there we go.
Wow, that was surprisingly very brief at the end.
Yeah, yeah. There was no recap. It was just, oh yeah, and
It's
then
coming out in late November. Thanks. Get out of here, bums.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
So, what do you think? Or I mean,
I think
let's-
this is
initial thoughts here.
I think this is a really good move for this series. Like,
Okay.
I feel like if Nintendo is really going to commit to mobile, then I think it's interesting, and I don't know for sure what this says. I feel like what this says about the Switch version of Animal Crossing is there is no Switch version of Animal Crossing anytime soon, because they're leaning all in. Like, this is a risky move, but I get the sense that this is like a full-blown Animal Crossing game that instead of putting it on Switch, they put it on mobile, which kind of actually makes sense given what it is. Like, maybe,
Yeah.
like maybe with 3DS, where people have been saying, oh, well, the 3DS is phasing out. Really, it makes sense that you would take each franchise that finds its home on the 3DS and say, is it a better fit on mobile or on the Switch? And for Animal Crossing to like have a full-blown Animal Crossing experience on mobile actually makes more sense than on Switch.
It kind of fits, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's scary how well it fits, and I think Nintendo's playing it safe here with having it be the kind of free to play model, but especially after the backlash against Mario Run, which I still feel is completely undeserved. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like Nintendo deserved half of what they got over Mario Run. But the fact of the matter is that with them going free to play, I always am kind of wary of that, because there's always that part of the game that feels like it's locked away for the people who, even though you really work hard or whatever, you don't spend money. You don't want to spend money. And this is the first Animal Crossing. There's a huge thing, and you mentioned it during the actual stream just a couple of minutes ago. Levels. We've never had an Animal Crossing where you leveled up before.
Yeah.
And I know that that's necessary for this type of game, because I mean, basically, it's a city builder game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's tap to build. It's Simpsons tap to build. It's The Sims. It's whatever. But they're also giving you the control of your main character, that you can go around and you can choose where you go. And I mean, it is quite ingenious, but I said I'm going to have to play it.
Yeah.
I know this. I wasn't like expecting like Animal Crossing puzzle games that fit in with Animal Crossing Switch or anything. This is what I was expecting, but there's still part of me that goes, it's not like. There's part of me that when I play a game on mobile, it doesn't matter how good it is. If it's Mario Run good, and Mario Run's good. Sorry guys. If it's Mario Run quality good, like even then I go, that's not really Mario.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not a real Mario game.
The difference is that this really feels like Animal Crossing.
It does. It does. It does really feel like Animal Crossing. I think I'm just going to have to actually have it downloaded on my phone and try it, which I will. I mean, I can sit here and tell you all day long, oh, so I'm not really going to die. I'm going to download it.
Mm-hmm. Well,
it's
gonna like,
happen,
I'm assuming it's free to play because it's.
I'm sure it is.
Which I think is genius. I do think this game too, like, well, I think a couple of things. First off, if you look just at the numbers between Super Mario Run and Fire Emblem Heroes, Fire Emblem Heroes has made them way more money than Super Mario Run has, right? And so it makes sense that they would go into this free-to-play model, but I also get the sense too that in Fire Emblem Heroes, and I don't play it very much at all, but that is the kind of game that you really don't have to spend that much money on. You can, but you don't have to, right? Like, and especially with Animal Crossing, it's like, okay, like you can just sit and experience it and go along, right? Like the first month of playing Animal Crossing on 3DS is pretty basic, right? Like you don't have a ton going on in your town in the first month of that game. And so to play it slowly, a little bit every day, like you play Animal Crossing, my hope, and like in order for them to nail this, that needs to still feel good, right? Like you need to have a good 15 minutes per day of experience, and that's all you really need.
I agree with that. Like if I can log off after 15 to 20 minutes and go, okay, I accomplished something today.
Mm-hmm. I think
but like, like think of all the notifications you're going to start getting from this game. Your apples are ready.
Yeah.
Your wood swing set's ready. Your pool's ready.
Yeah.
Or Tom, I'm sure one of them will be Tom Nook. Don't you want to improve your house? Haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah. Or I guess it's like Tom Nook is like a little more notorious, where like he's doing the leaf tickets or whatever. But it seemed like they have like the Penguin Mafia in this game is almost like this new
I love it.
This new piece where it's they're the ones who are like, oh, Tom, don't worry, we have a loan program, and it's right for like the whatever upgrades they made to the van, which I think is genius.
Yeah, I completely agree. I love the I went to our Discord chat, our Discord patron chat, and at 10:14, which is about the time the stream ended, Phoenix Morris says, "I want it, and I want it now."
Yeah.
It's like I called it.
Yeah, dude.
He's gonna be freaking out about it. I mean, people are in here saying I've got a month to finish Stardew Valley because I won't be putting any more time into it after Animal Crossing launches.
Yeah.
So it's going to draw the Animal Crossing crowd, right?
Yeah.
We know that. We know that it's going to hit the core Animal Crossing crowd probably pretty hard, because this is what they're used to. They're used to farming gold to buy things, to spruce up their house. Now it's their campground. Now you can even, make your camper look different, and blah, 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 all that good stuff. But where do you see the appeal of this outside of that core crowd?
Yeah, see, that's the thing, right? Is like, if this is, I don't know, because the thing is like that whole sort of like constant upgrade timer fest sort of game, that's pretty popular nowadays, right? Like as far as like town builders and stuff like that, I don't know. I don't play a whole lot of mobile games, frankly.
Do you see it catching on like outside? Well, I guess what I'm saying is, do you see it catching on outside of the Nintendo crowd?
I think so. Like that's the thing, is that it's gotta have a little bit more of a hook to it. I think like it's gonna have to hook people, and I don't know exactly how well it's going to hook people. But I would assume that it would, like, Animal Crossing it's very divisive, I guess, right? Like either you love it or you hate it, because you're looking at it and you're like, oh, this is boring, right? This is not fun, whatever, right? Like, and that was my initial thought when I first played Animal Crossing. I was like, you don't do anything in this game. You literally just wander around doing nothing. But then when it gets its claws in you, then it really gets its claws in you. And I think the fact that it is so focused on, like it has a big social element to it, I think is where I think we might see a lot of things. I don't know. That's hard to say though. Yeah, it's a good question, because I don't know how many people are going to be that excited about it. I hope that it's not, like, honestly, I'm predicting now that it's going to be a battery hog, because it's rendering that whole thing on your phone, and Miitomo killed your phone very quickly when it came out.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's going to be a definite battery drain, and people are going to complain about that, and then we're going to be able to say, well, you wanted Nintendo on mobile.
Yeah.
And so they're not going to come in there and do it with cardboard cutouts and sticky tack.
Yeah, like they're going to do it. They're going to do a full-blown game, which I think is cool. I think this is about as good as we could have expected. Realistically,
yes.
like this is an Animal Crossing game on mobile, like straight up. And there's no compromises to it. It seems like it's a different setting. It's this campground instead of, a town, but it's exactly what you would expect. And I think that I guess my big takeaway is that for those people who are hoping for a 2018 Animal Crossing game, maybe don't be too eager about that. Is all I'm gonna say. Either this runs its course over the next year, and people get really excited for a full Animal Crossing game on Switch. But given what this is, that game needs to be huge. Like, it needs to not disappoint, right? Like it's got to be twice as expansive as New Leaf was, in order to meet expectations, because they've set a really high standard with this. It seems like. So, I don't know. What about you? What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, as much as as much as a Nintendo fanboy as I am, I want Nintendo to set the mobile world on fire. I just want them to be, just everybody to be like, well, I'm not playing Candy Crush anymore. All I play now is Mario Run and Animal Crossing and the upcoming Zelda app. I would like that domination to extend everywhere. What I worry about is this app entering into a genre that's already a little bit oversaturated. With competitors and licensed competitors, which quite frankly are just a little bit more well known than Animal Crossing. I mean, more people know about The Simpsons than Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. More people know about The Sims than Animal Crossing, I would say. But I don't think that those games have the appeal of this. I feel like I've played a lot of those games. I've played like the SimCity Builder and Simpsons Tapped Out and other things like that. And you just, like, to me, those never have ever really felt like a game. It just feels like me punching a button over and over.
Yeah.
There's a personal element of this, of being able to create your character and then actually control it on the screen and interact with friends and do different things like that. It feels like a game. It doesn't feel like just a bunch of graphics thrown on a screen where you're tapping and earning and spending and tapping and earning and spending and over and over and over again. But it is what you're doing, but there's a personal element too, and Nintendo's good about that. They're good about putting their little personal touch on there and making you want to come back. I don't think this is going to. I'm going to make a prediction here that I don't think this is going to be one of those games that people are going to be playing 2 years from now, though. I don't. And think about the longevity of New Leaf.
Yeah.
How long? Like, when did New Leaf release again? Because it's been forever long.
2013, I want to say.
Oh yeah, it's a long time ago, and they've squeezed every little bit of juice they can get out of it, right? Mm-hmm. So my question is if that's the case, it did release in 2013. It's actually 2012 in Japan. So November of 2012. So my question is, if that's the case, and people are still playing this game and it's still going strong, right?
Yeah.
Because of the Welcome Amiibo stuff and all the features they added to it last year. If that's the case, and the average shelf life of an Animal Crossing is 5 to 6 years, will this last? Mm-hmm. Does it have enough oomph?
They've got a whole year worth of events, though. Like, if they
do,
right? And
they do, but can they do that for multiple years? Can they do that for, what happens when you reach level 50?
Yeah.
What's the level cap? That's another great question, because we're seeing a level 26 character build a pool.
I think you underestimate their ability to continue to add to this game, though.
Maybe I do. Maybe I do, but I'm just trying to be a little more realistic. I think about it, about saying that, for the most part, I don't know very many people who are like, man, I've been playing this mobile game for 3 years.
Yeah.
And it just really, I cannot put it down. Most mobile games are cheap because they go for cheap. They go for, 1 to 2 hours or a month or two, and they know that they're going to get you for that time. And so 99 cents is okay, or $1.99 is okay. But here we have a free to play game that's building a model of on the long haul. and I just wonder if they're going to support it for the long haul. I know Nintendo's good about supporting their games, but
Yeah, I think the
that,
other thing
that
going along with that too is that, and I noticed this during the direct too, is that Animal Crossing is a very like contemplative game. It's very slow paced. It likes to take its time in sort of creating this feeling with you. Like specifically, I'm thinking of the whatever they call them in here, the amenities, right? Or like the public works projects in there, where it's not just like, oh, you tap a thing and all of a sudden there's a new building and boom and it's done, right? It's like, no,
right,
the whole campground is going to have to come together and unveil this thing, and there's going to be this celebration and conversations and all that sort of stuff. And I wonder how much that translates into this version of the game. And that's really important for Animal Crossing, is that sort of like, oh, everybody is friends and like that sort of thing. But like, if I'm in line at the grocery store and I want to pull my phone out and play some Animal Crossing for 2 seconds, I don't want to sit there and have like Isabel give some speech about this freaking swimming pool that I just built. Like, no, I want to get some crap done and like build some stuff. You know what I
right.
mean? Like that is where what I wonder about this is like part of the kinds of mobile games is that it's quick in, quick out. But if I've got to walk over to my tree and then shake the tree and then pick up the little cherries, you know what I mean? Like that's going to be like, oh, like that is not the kind of mobile game that we're used to, right? And we're not used to picking like sitting down with Animal Crossing and saying, cuddling up with Animal Crossing, so to speak, right? Like you sit down with the 3DS and you sit there for a long time in Animal Crossing, whereas this, like
Hmm.
in and out sort of Animal Crossing experience, is something that might be the biggest adjustment there, and I'm interested to see how they handle that. So
Yeah. So we got some predictions today over on our Twitter feed. I wanted to share these with you and see
yeah,
how some of them are actually scary close, and some of them are so very far away.
nice.
Tony Coffee at _Goomba. Random guess. I think it will be a collection of mini games where you can spend your earned bells on your character's house.
Nope.
Sorry, you're going to be spinning bells, so you're pretty close. Dan Koopman at Nintendan, jerk. He says the mobile game. That was an easy question.
Hmm.
What do you expect? The mobile game.
Hmm.
All right, good job, Dan. We
Good job, Dan.
appreciate you. Keep it up over there. Brendan Myers at King of the Pirates says, I don't know, but I hope the app doesn't always need to be online to use. Sorry, buddy.
Sorry, dude.
It's probably going to have to be online.
It's a smartphone game. What do you expect?
Yeah. It's a Nintendo smartphone game, too. They don't ever let you disconnect. At Zablanc, John Blanco says iPhone 7 and iPhone 8 and I guess the 10 with iOS 11 will be able to read Amiibo because there's an NFC reader embedded in the iPhone, which would be neat. But no, they didn't announce it. There's still time. They may do that. Who knows?
That would be scary too.
Neo Lego, Chris White. Listen to this. This was he gave us this at 9:23 this morning, which is nuts. I think the mobile game will be the RVs from the last update. Take your RV on the go, decorate and visit friends, exclusive furniture.
Yeah. I think the only
I
thing.
just want to know right now, Chris White, do you work for Nintendo?
Are you? And if not, are you a time traveler? Because
Are you DNA?
I would say.
He also says,
Yeah.
I think we will get a release date of November and a tease that it will work with the future Switch title in one way. So he's 1 for 4.
Oh, you know what? I'm looking at this tweet, and it says underneath it, "Posted from my TARDIS." So I think that's probably.
Yeah, that's why I did it. Skinny Matt K says it will be available to download at the conclusion of this direct, and then he comes back right after that and says it's more of a want than a prediction, and that's not going to happen. I'm gonna say it here, and I'm gonna set this is my hard set date that I think is going to come out is November 30th. Because if you remember when they said late, when it was when was it? Mitomo, right?
Yeah.
Late March, and it was when was it?
That was
March
like
30th.
yeah, and that's
It
a
was like
Thursday. That's a Thursday.
certain-
That's a Thursday too. So that's like
Oh, is that a Thursday?
that is a Thursday, which is an eShop day too. Like that's eShop day, but it's also App Store day.
iOS day. It's iOS App Store day. Yep. So thanks guys for sending us your predictions. One last one, P Myth Gaming at P Myth Gaming says he actually screen capped an IGN UK article and reminded us of this. A quote from Nintendo. Nintendo will design the latter game, meaning Animal Crossing, so that it will be connected with the world of Animal Crossing for dedicated gaming systems. By playing both Animal Crossing games, users will find increased enjoyment. So there is still something to be revealed about this game coming up down the line. I don't think that they will say that and go back on it.
You know what I think then? I will revise my prediction. Wouldn't it be cool in this game if you start the game and you're like, oh, have you played Animal Crossing Pocket Camp?
Pocket Camp.
And if you have played it before, you just sign in with your Nintendo ID, and instead of riding the bus into town, you drive your trailer into town.
Oh my gosh! And you park it next to your new house.
Yeah. That's how they need to do that. That would be amazing.
And that gives way to Animal Crossing Theft Auto. You can drive around in your RV and steal things from your friends and
well, think about it too, because then then what you could do too is that is in the Animal Crossing universe now you have a vehicle. You've got your little RV that you can still pimp out in the game, and you can go to your little campsite that you manage. But then if you want to go to your friend's town, then you just hop in your RV and you drive to your friend's town. And it's this sort of like, it turns like into being like an Animal Crossing MMO across multiple platforms, where there's just this total persistent world of Animal Crossing. Whether if you access it from your phone, then you do all of the camp stuff. If you do it from
let me say this too. I think this could totally work into the Switch version of Animal Crossing being based around going on vacation.
Yeah.
Like you get to go to different places within the Animal Crossing world, the beach, the forest, the mountains.
And they've already kind of started that. There's seeds of that in this, right? Like they kind of show that overworld map where it's like the mountains, the beach, all of that sort of stuff.
Yes. Nintendo, give us that sweet, delicious Animal Crossing lore that we have always wanted.
World building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without us having to do it for you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. Well, I think we're going to be talking more about this. I think there's going to be some details that are going to come out of this over the next 24 hours, and I'm sure we'll talk about it tomorrow night on the show. I'm probably just going to post this video. I'm going to just put an image or something and post the video on our YouTube channel. But yeah, if you guys liked what we're doing, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the show if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel. Go to iTunes, all that jazz. Any final thoughts, Marty, before we wrap this up?
No, I think we've pretty much covered it. Check it out tomorrow. I know the others that are on the show this week will probably chime in and have their own opinion. I'm anxious to hear what old Uncle Jesse thinks about Animal Crossing Pocket Camp.
I am looking forward to it as well. Right on. All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening, and we will see you on the next thing that we do. All right. Thanks everybody.